Okay, so this is the last of the concept videos of this first module, and this one is going to be a lot less sort of mind twisty than the other ones were. So I just want to talk a little bit about what the job of an accountant actually looks like. A lot of you guys probably come from families that have their own businesses. Some of you might have accountants in your business, in your family. And so, just kind of taking a step back, what accountants do is that they observe the transactions or the events and identify and measure them in financial terms, dollars, those events that are considered evidence of economic activity. Now, what does that mean? Right? It means that they keep track of what's going on in a business, that if it has anything to do with dollars and cents. So if your business goes out and buys a truck, an accountant writes down that you've bought a truck properly. So the accountant has to classify that transaction in the proper way. So purchasing a truck means that your cash went down by the amount that the truck cost you, and your assets, right, your long-term assets, your truck asset, went up by the amount that the truck cost you. Right? And so the important thing in accounting is not the numbers, and I can't emphasize this strongly enough. The most important thing in accounting is not the numbers. It's putting things into the right buckets or classifying them properly. Okay, that's what accounting is about. It's about classifying them properly, and then once they're classified properly, to be honest with you, what happens next is your software generates the reports. We're going to learn how to generate reports in a very simplistic basis here over the next couple of weeks. But in reality, what happens is businesses have software that do that for them. And then you report them out in standardized formats, in the standardized format of those financial statements that I just described to you over the last couple of slides. Now, at Keene State, we do not have an accounting major. We have accounting courses that are required for the management majors, though, and there are 3 of them. And again, I am not going to click through these links, but the PowerPoint is actually attached, right? So, so the first of these classes is Financial Accounting, Management 213, which we're going to be doing some of over the next, basically the first half of this class. And financial accounting is about, well, as you can tell, it's about a lot of vocabulary. It's about learning the language of business, and it's about learning how to generate and read and use the reports that come out of the accounting systems and that are reported to external users. Management 214, which is really my wheelhouse, this is the class that I love to teach, is managerial accounting, which is not so much about vocabulary and generating specific reports, and more about using the numbers that are generated in a business to make decisions. So 214, managerial accounting, is it's more common sense in a lot of ways, but it's also more analytical. And we'll get to that in the second half of this course. And like I said, it is my wheelhouse. I love that stuff. Now, Management 319 is financial management, not the same as financial accounting. So financial management discusses sort of the systems of finance, the role of financing in a corporation, as well as sort of the world of the financial markets. And although I would love to cover some of that stuff, there just isn't time in one semester or one summer. So we only deal with finance, the world of financial management, only peripherally in this class. So that is that. But if it is a field that you're interested in, there are courses in the economics department that deal with finance, as well as our Management 319. And if you do well in this class and you're interested in the world of finance, I will smooth your way into getting into Management 319 without these two prerequisites. So that's what we have at Keene State. Now, as I kind of alluded to, financial accounting focuses on communicating financial information to external users. So the external users of financial information would be investors, creditors, which are basically people that are interested in loaning you money, or the government. They all want to know how the business is doing. Whereas managerial accounting is about using financial information for management, and that is making decisions about the internal choices facing a company. And then the corporate finance function is about making decisions about and coming up with the money to pay for various kinds of investing activities. So financing activities pay for investing activities. Okay. And then there's sustainability accounting. Right? So sustainability accounting is not really explicitly included, certainly not in financial accounting systems. There aren't specified ways yet to include sustainability metrics in the formal financial reports that go out to external users. However, there are organizations that are working to develop standards for sustainability reporting, and then sustainability metrics can become part of how businesses make their decisions in terms of managerial accounting. And that becomes an internal issue, right? And so if a company wants to make like integrated reports where they are incorporating, their emissions discharges into how they're making managerial accounting decisions, they do that, and this is an emerging field. It's something I'm very interested in, sort of in my research and my work, and so we'll be touching on that some in this class. But again, keeping in mind that sustainability accounting is a new and emerging field within the general world of accounting. And so that's kind of all I have for you in terms of the concepts for this first module. And what you need to do now, after you do the concept check for this piece, is to go through. I want you to take a look at the homework, the Cengage homework, but then come back to the videos that I made about how to physically do the calculations. Your Cengage homework in general is going to be more on the quantitative side. And so, I'm making videos that show you literally with a pencil and paper on my iPad how to physically solve these things out. And so hopefully you'll be able to do that. Okay. Do your concept check, then get going on the homework. All right.